Hello everybody and welcome to some fantasy predictions. So guys, I am going to give you my fantasy predictions for the day, but first, let me just go ahead and show you who's on my roster real quick before we get into it, in case you don't want the whole explanation. But real quick, actually, I wanted to say, if you haven't signed up for Vulcun already, it's a ton of fun. It's fantasy predictions, right? I've been winning. I've won like 4 or 5 days in a row now. A lot of you guys have been really happy with who I've been picking. And I just want to say, if you are looking to sign up, use my code ThatGuyChaos. It's just all one word, ThatGuyChaos. Or just click the link in the description, and you don't have to enter any code. Just click the link in the description, and they will match the gold that you put in. So if you want to drop, I don't know what the minimum amount you can buy, but like 1,000 gold or something, then they will match your 1,000 gold as well. So that's pretty cool and nice of them, and it helps me out when you use my code. So anyways, guys, let's get into the video. So I have on my roster Scream, Cold, Fallen, Hiko, AZ, Bialy, Rush, and Mayfly. So these are all really good players, right? And I obviously picked them for a reason. So if you're not looking for the explanation, there you go. But let's get into my explanation. So first off, what I did was I looked at the games, and so they're best of threes tomorrow. And I said, what matchups are more likely to go into 3 games instead of just 2? And so I said that, well, Titan Luminosity looks like it's going to be a 3-game series. Team Liquid Dignitas looks like it could be a 3-game series. And Navi Mousesports could be, but I wasn't really looking. I didn't think that Navi and Mousesports was really going to be a 3-game series. And I said that Virtus.pro Conquest could very well be a 3-game series. So let's go ahead and look at my picks. So first I went to Titan. And when I went to Titan, I looked at who is averaging the most points, right? And so I looked at Scream, and normally I don't just go with whoever averages the most points, but I looked at how much Scream cost. Only $1,200 compared to the rest of these guys who are, $1,400, it's like $1,500 for Shocks when he is not even better than Scream. Scream gets way more points because Scream gets headshots all day long. I would definitely go with Scream here. I think that Scream is the best choice. Then we have Cold and Fallen from Luminosity. So let me go ahead and grab Luminosity here, right? So the reason I went with Cold is because he is probably the best player on their team in terms of top fragging. I know Fur averages more points, but if you looked at recent tournaments, and especially at the major, Cold was just going off. He had so many 30-point games, it was ridiculous, and I think that he will continue his streak. Then I went with Fallen, because Fallen is their opper, he's their main man, he's the anchor for this team, he's like the stud for this team, and they really couldn't be here without him, so that's why I went with Fallen, and he's only $1,000, so he's very, very cheap. Then I went over to Team Liquid, and I picked up Hiko, because he's the best player on their team, and at a LAN, I was debating between to go with either Hiko or Nitro, right? And I went with Hiko because Hiko has much more experience at LANs, and we know that Hiko is very consistent. While Nitro can have explosive games and be really explosive, he's just not incredibly consistent yet like Hiko is. And I'm not saying that he won't be in the future, but as of right now, Hiko is the better player. Then I went over to Dignitas because Dignitas is the opponent of Team Liquid, and I wanted to pick up AZ. Yes, he's very expensive, and he's the most expensive player I picked up, I believe. But he is amazing. He will consistently get you 25 plus kills a game. Honestly, he gets so many kills for his team. It is a bit ridiculous, and I couldn't not have AZ on my team, especially looking at how he performed at DreamHack. Then I went over to Virtus.pro, who's probably the best team in this tournament. I'd say it's either them or Navi. But I didn't like the Navi matchup too much, so I went with Bialy because he's always a go-to guy for me because he's always pretty cheap, only 1,300, but he gives me results. He is the highest scoring player on Virtus.pro pretty consistently. I think he's definitely the best player on Virtus.pro. Pash is great, the biceps are great, but he's not the best player. Bialy is better, and Bialy is much cheaper than Snacks and Pasha, so that's why I went with him. And then we go to Conquest, and the reason I have 2 players from Conquest is, well, Rush, I've always said, is very undervalued for $970. It is ridiculous that he is that cheap. I mean, he is one of the most talented players in NA. Honestly, he is. In North America, he's one of the best players. And so for $970, I will gladly grab him. And then Nayfly was the last guy. I had about $1,130 left. As you can see, I have 28. Oh, whoa, mouse glitching. $28 left, and that's why I went with Nayfly, because he was $1,100, and he is another fantastic player. I believe he's Canadian. I don't think he's American, but obviously he still plays in NA, and he's another fantastic player from NA. And I believe this tournament is actually in Ohio, in Columbus, because that's where the CEVO Center or whatever is. So yo, those are my picks for this CEVO DreamHack, or not CEVO DreamHack, CEVO Finals Group Stage Day 1. I will be posting predictions every single day for each day of the tournament, so be sure to check those out. Like I said, use my code ThatGuyChaos, all one word, no spaces, or just go to the link in the description and click that. You don't have to worry about typing in a code. It does help my channel out. And be sure to check my channel later. I will be uploading my betting predictions for CSGO Lounge. Anyways, guys, I will see you later.